But there were others of us who saw an opportunity. The chance to improve working hours and conditions, to reform MSI from the ground up. It's humane, but it's also good business sense. Exhausted, sick, and malnourished workers are not productive workers. Even a cursory review of the data bears that out. Anyway, we learned of a loophole in the corporate bylaws that would allow MSI to claim ownership of the entire planet once the other corporations pulled out, creating the perfect environment for us to enact these new reforms. Oh, well, there were surely other junior executives with more open minds, though none of them had the temperament to handle the paperwork. No, they laughed in our faces and insisted we'd be relocating to Terra 2, along with everyone else. Yes, some of us stayed behind, and as the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what was left of MSI.
Must have pissed off some real big suits to get stuck with that.
On the contrary, I wrote lots of very important reports on behalf of top MSI officials before I was able to achieve this position. I moved forward with our planned reforms, as well as our strategy to assume ownership of the planet. Yet not long after I renamed it Monarch, the other corporations dislodged us from the board and began an official campaign to paint us as lawless savages. I don't know. Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws. I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently. It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous.
A necessary evil for the greater good of society.
That's exactly how the board describes it. Yes, making all of MSI criminals in the board's eyes. Rather hard to run a business that way. He and his followers call themselves the Iconoclasts. Lawless anarchists, all of them. If anyone on Monarch deserves the reputation the board's pinned on us, it's them.
I will admit, I am keen to meet their leader.
Well, be careful what you wish for. Graham has a habit of ruining everything, and everyone around him. I'm trying to build something here. They only want to destroy things, and they risk ruining Monarch for all of us. It isn't just that they drain our people and resources. Every radical act they commit cements Halcyon's image of us all as destructive rebels, and pushes us further from the rest of the colony. He's lucky the board doesn't take him seriously enough to keep more than a few UDL gunships patrolling Monarch.
An Earth Directorate assault cruiser would change his tune. It's almost a shame we haven't seen one around Monarch in a long while.
Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Without the board, chaos would overtake the system. Working within the established order isn't a principle to snub one's nose at, Captain.
If you can't beat him, might as well join him and reach into their pockets.
To be on the board is to be part of the colonial community, and being cut off means slow strangulation. I fear the MSI citizens who've been dissolved into Raptidon Cud would disagree with you. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Don't get ahead of yourself, sir.
Yes, it'll be easier to explain once we have the Bolt 52. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations. What can I do for you? I see. And was his delivery of the MSI authorized greeting up to snuff? Well, that's excellent. I'll see that your feedback makes it into his review. What else can I do for you? Hiram? Why, he's probably still out at Devil's Peak. Not that he's had the courtesy to notify me, at any rate. You'd head south along the road and look for a mountain to the west. Not that I'd advise it. It's a terribly dangerous trek. But if you insist on going, I'd recommend taking a local guide. Nyoka would be a prime candidate.
If you can keep her sober.
Please, will someone help me? My boy's in trouble. Oh, thank you for stopping. Everyone acts like nothing's wrong, like my little boy isn't at risk of being eaten by some vile creature. Please, you have to help me get my little Tucker back. He ran away and is going to get himself killed. Oh, I just know a raptidon is melting him with acid as we speak.
It's more dissolving than melting.
That is not helpful. Don't you tell me to calm down. I promised my boy I'd protect him for always. But how can I keep him safe if he's run away? He ran out into the wilderness a few days ago. I warned him about the raptidons, mantisaurs, and marauders, the toxic sulfur pools, and poisonous plants, but he didn't listen. Please, won't you go and find my boy? He's been pining for an adventure. Says he's tired of living cooped up behind the walls. But he doesn't understand how dangerous it is out there. I warned him. A raptidon would snap him up first chance it got. I just know one's ripped his arm off and is gnawing on his sweet little fingers. He should have listened to his mama. I promised I'd keep him safe here with me. Well, I guess I can't ask you to leave the town walls for free. It is deathly dangerous out there. I've got some bits saved up for a rainy day. I'll give you every last one if you just bring my Tucker back to me. I won't even be mad at him running off. You tell him I won't be mad. He's been listening to those awful broadcasts that the iconoclasts put out. I begged Sanjar to put a stop to them, but did he? No! And now I just know my boy's run off to Amber Heights. That is, if a manta queen hasn't spooled out and eaten his entrails for breakfast already. That old settlement, southwest of Stэлlar-Bэй. I don't know which is worse, the thought of my son shacking up with the nutty iconoclasts, or that he never made it. Sprats could be nesting in his rotting body alongside the road as we speak. Or maybe marauders got him, pulled all his teeth out, crushed him into their drugs and made him snort them. Oh, the things that could happen to my sweet baby. Those low-life degenerates, leading innocent boys into a life of danger. Oh, they make it sound so exciting. Like it's noble to risk it all out there, fighting for the greater good. How noble is it to worry your loved ones? Not at all, I say. But still they preach their sermons of anarchy and rebellion to anyone who'll listen. If they weren't holed up in Amber Heights, I'd knock them all upside the head. Thank you. Oh, I know he'll be safe now that someone's able to fetch him home. You look for him in Amber Heights, you hear? It's down the road southwest of town. I'm sure he made it that far. I just know it. And if you find any of them iconoclasts indoctrinating my boy, you punch them in the mouths. Tell them what I think of them luring little boys away from their mamas. It's immoral.
Потом окажется, что ее сын огромный, такой здоровый детина накачанный, которого называют маленький милый мальчик. Так и будет.
Wrapped musk and canid eyes, right here.
Себастьян Адамс?
Hello, stranger. Can I interest you in raptidon tongue? Or maybe some canid toenails? You look like a man who's looking for some mostly fresh animal parts? I don't know. Celia usually buys whatever I have, and Mr. Pickett seemed real interested. So I thought maybe I was onto something. Nice of you to say. I like her too. Wait, I see what's going on. She put you up to this so she could get a discount, hmm? Don't get me wrong. I'd like to give her a discount. She's a real fine lady. Always talks nice and slow so I understand. But if I give her one, I won't hardly make a bit, on account of no one else having any use for raptidon tongues. I guess I could afford to take a risk. Okay, I'll do it. Once her shift ends, we'll go someplace nice. Maybe to Chef Raymond's.
Силия, тебе повезло сегодня.
Have you talked to Sebastian yet? What did he say? Okay, but how did he say it? Did he sound excited? Or like he was just agreeing to it? Was he like, yay, a date with Celia. I've secretly been waiting for this. Or was it more, sure, I don't have anything else going on. Not to worry. If I never buy another Raptidon tongue, it'll be too soon. Ah, look at me going on. I'm sure you've got other things to do, and Mr. Nandi's giving me that back-to-work look. Anyhow, thank you.
Компенсировала? Частично. Так, сделаем вот так. Ага, защита все, да? Вот так. Вот так. Так, что тут у нас? Склад. Так, подожди, не-не-не. Страсть к медицине. Вот это вот нужно, давай. Это у меня медпункт, а вот это у меня выход. Да, вот нам сюда и надо, пошли. Потом дальше будем изучать это место. Slim and Shine. Diet Toothpaste. Стройный и сияющий. Диетическая зубная паста. Так, что у нас с картой? Вот мы и выбрались, да? Можно потом будет сходить сюда посмотреть. Но в общем и целом мне в принципе... А где я? А, вот они. А, так тут недалече. 200 метров.
The trick is not to breathe through your nose.
Так. Armed. На тебе тварь. На тебе тварь. На тебе тварь. На тебе тварь. Так, тихо.
Won't try that again.
Вон еще я вижу. Модификация 2. 150. О, давай. Раптигон. 72. Уменьшающий. Обходной шунт и бабки. Блин, сейф взломать не могу. Не хватает навыка, причем прилично. Тунец.
Here they come.
Да, научная дамажит уже неплохо. Даже очень неплохо. Так, раптифобия. Да не нужно мне это. Так, подожди. Значит, вот это убираем. Ставим вот это. Ты что, тут набухался, что ли? Шляпа. Еще взлом.
I can take a hint.
Хорошая шляпа. Так, у меня плохо себя чувствует броня. Хорошая шляпа. Навыки лидерства, убеждения. Неплохо. Гибернационный шлем просто космоса. О, бабки. Так, мне туда. Подожди, я же... блядь, я ж отсюда пришел, да, точно. Это ж другая. Вот эта метка меня просто сбивает. Мне сюда на самом-то деле. Так, в этой церкви я был. Довольно опасный предбанник здесь.
Think they left anything good behind?
I believe this place has seen better days.
Согласен.
Here they come!
Откуда тут вылезла тварь?
That's the last of them.
Все, готов.
But what are we contemplating today?
Да я нечаянно. Давай викарию, раз он пользуется вот этим делом, давай ему отдадим свою пуху. Вернее, не так. Давай ему отдадим вот это. Он будет прикольнее. Так, и Элли у нас одноручным пользуется, но такого у меня, к сожалению, нет. Но если что, можно Раптигон. Уровень 10, уровень 7. Так, вот это можно разобрать. 3. Плазменный карабин. Тактический дробовик можно разобрать. Ни о чем. Давай один вот этот... нет, не надо. Так, крупнокалиберный пулемет. Он мне явно не нужен. Хотя ладно, подожди, пока оставим. Плазменный карабин. Уровень 13. Световой пистолет. Ладно, оставим пока. Так, где-то рядышком прям. Жилище. Это нужно заходить прям в локацию, нифига себе. Ну давай зайдем. Жилище Мезеров.
A visitor? What an unexpected surprise! Please, come in. Come in.
I, for one, welcome a reprieve from our travels. That is, if you'll have us, kind sir.
That's the spirit. Now come in. Make yourselves comfortable. Excellent. You've arrived at just the right time. My wife is putting the finishing touches on dinner.
Очень мутные они.
Please, make yourself at home until it's ready.
Обыщите дом.
Oh, hello there. You come for dinner? Are you sure? Because someone came for dinner yesterday. Or a week ago. Wasn't that you? Maybe not. You got a funny way of putting things. I used to be good with words. But it feels like there's this fog. Sorry, have we talked about this before? That's nice of you. I usually feel better after I eat. Mama said dinner's almost ready, huh?
Я, пожалуй, пойду. По-моему, вы тут мутите что-то с
What
едой.
a pleasant surprise. And just when I was beginning to fear we'd seen the last of good company for a spell. Yet the Eternal provides, does it not?
Only if you give yourself over to the plan, Martha. May I call you Martha?
By all means, just make yourself comfortable. Company is always a reason for cheer. The Eternal does not desire that we huddle and hide, crowded in by walls. We all share the spark of the divine, and we were made to spread it across the stars. Out here, we are free. And even apart from society, the universe provides for us, as your being here proves. Just that your presence here is a gift to us, and one that we don't take for granted. Look at me, prattling on as if this gravy is going to cook itself. Why don't you run along until we are ready for dinner?
Вот. Лизи.
Oh, hi there. Did you come to bring us more of those rocket candies? That's wonderful. There was this other man who used to bring them. Not anymore, though. Mama and Papa said he came from the city. When we got sick one time, he brought those candies to make us well again. And they worked. Now we feel better than ever. Mama says they're a gift from the Eternal. He said they were making us sick. Mom and Papa got real mad at him for that.
Some kind of off-brand drug, maybe? Wouldn't be the first or the worst.
They went to have a talk with him. Afterwards, they said he wasn't coming back again. Okay, maybe I'll see you at dinner.
Perhaps we should skip dinner. My stomach has been a tad unsettled of late.
Hey, what are you doing in my room? Liar! You're trying to steal the last of my rocket candies, aren't you? The ones that come in a bottle with a rocket ship on it. Like the other man used to bring.
What do you think you're doing?
Carry on.
Ладно, тогда продолжай. Стихи Леви Мезера. Личное, не читать. Рассвет. Над горизонтом солнца диск встает. Он и яркий, круглый. Он нам свет дает. Его поверхность так же горяча, как налетая шишка шишкача. И новый день приходит к нам в лучах. Деревья. В небо рвутся стволы вечно красных. Так блестят, что аж больно смотреть. И я знаю, что жизнь не угаснет, даже там, где одна только смерть. Небо. Монарх один теперь большой и темный. Как будто небо гложет рот огромный. Не в силах описать постыдный пир, то чернота проглатывает мир. Ясно. И музыка такая, да, явно, что не расслабишься. О. Ключ от дома. И где же взять этот ключ от дома, а? Только я думаю, может быть, убив их, что-нибудь такое. Ключ от дома Мейзер.
You must be famished. So are we, my friend, but one can't rush a fine meal. Is it sticking again? I'm afraid nothing out here works the way it used to. There's a bit of a trick to jimmying it open. I'll see to it once we've finished dinner. Please, there's no need for incivility. Though I certainly understand how hunger sharpens the temper. I promise I'll get the door open once we've had our meal. Until then, why don't you stretch your legs a bit? A nice walk around the house will surely limber them up.
Мне кажется, что он мутный, точно. Давай посмотрим. А, я не могу выйти. Короче, я думаю, надо их атаковать.
You must be famished.
What's the worst they can do? Nice one!
Take cover! Ellie down! You're hurt! That one's done for.
Костюм члена экипажа модель D. Капсула фокуситола. Так, она живая, кстати? Да.
Take your best shot, asshole! The last of them.
Так, обыщите дом, убейте семью Мезерсов. Проберитесь в запертую комнату наверху. Да, их надо было убить по сюжету, я понял.
I've seen and made my share of corpses, but this is downright unsettling.
It is unnatural, an affront to the grand plan.
Рабочее удостоверение Бракстона Хекта. Имя Бракстон Хект, руководитель Велма Веллард. Должность старший менеджер MSI по рыбоведению. При утрате просьба вернуть Велме Беллард или действующему руководителю рыбного хозяйства MSI в Стэллар-Бэй. Так они его разделывали, жрали, да? Поговорите с Велмой. Угу. Капец. Так, где-то здесь еще дверка была, вот тут вот. А, это выход просто, понял. Жесть, короче. Ну а чё ж вот этот тип? Странно. Он вроде не при них был.
I'll keep it down. Make him regret it.
What's the last?
О, больно. Так, что у нас там? 83. Ага, вот он. Добудьте в медпункте МСА лекарства для Неоки. Угу. Так я и сделаю. Ага, вон. Тваришка, блин. Матриархат. А, Колос. Так, хорошо. Блин, у меня пока что нет здесь... Да, действительно, очень опасное место. Реально очень опасное место. Я не прошел здесь и 2 шагов, а тут уже, блин, столько раптидонов этих. Запас лекарств. Пошли.
Help! Someone's been killed! I think I'm gonna be sick. I clean the apartments while everyone's at work. I've seen all sorts of messes, but this... If you're going into the apartments, do not go into the lower one on the right. That's where the body is. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go contemplate a hot shower.
Блин, вот это вот мне нужно реально. Только уже ставить некуда.
What a gruesome way to die.
Not much I can do for this guy.
Квитанция на ставки на Тосбол. Квитанция на все более смелые ставки на команду почти колонисты. Оформлена в букмекерской конторе «Левое поле». Так. Несколько мятых костюмов одинакового покроя и цвета засунуты в чемодан. Поспешно собранный чемодан. Ага, улики собраны. Так. Загляните в букмекерскую контору «Левое поле». Ок. Он же спит. Кому Нанди? Мистер Нанди, простите за беспокойство, но из апартаментов наверху сочится какая-то неприятная жидкость. Я не знаю, что Силия там держит, но она ведь работает на вас, так? Может, вы с ней поговорите? Айзек, пожалуйста, постарайся закрывать окна. Повторяю в 100-й раз. Оставляй их открытыми, особенно с едой на столе. Ты приманиваешь жукарой, а жукарой доставляет проблемы всем. Бракстон, я знаю, что у тебя свободный график. Я это знаю, потому что слышу, как ты приходишь и уходишь в самое разное время дня и ночи. Но может попробуешь закрывать дверь потише? У меня очень чуткие нервы, и всякий раз, когда я слышу, как ты хлопаешь дверью, мне кажется, что у нас тут свой Эмбер Хайтс. Это, видимо, какой-то надсмотрщик или управляющий. Ладно. Лучше бы ты озадачился, чувак, что у тебя трупак тут. Заказ на доставку. Так, Мазером старые руины к югу от Стэллар-Бэй скоро буду. Лаура, я знаю, что ты это читаешь, хватит совать в нос свои дела. Так, мои дела. А твоих Мазеров-то нет уже.
You startled me. Don't sneak up on a person like that, huh?
Ага, она не хочет разговаривать. Ладно. Ок, ладно, пошли. Идем за препаратами. Фига себе, тут дыра у вас в стене. Тубзик. Так, что пишет? Логин сотрудника. Этим терминалом разрешено пользоваться только медперсоналу. Неправомерное пользование повлечет за собой наложение санкций инженерам по технике безопасности. Взлом 55. Угу. Создать новую учетку. Ошибка. Так, погоди. Медпункт. А, во, вот сюда надо. Кофеноид. Нести невоки. Слушай, там эти фокусиноид я взял или что-то, то есть можно было... Да не, но Мезер сам ты не смог бы отнести никак. Они тебя не выпускали,
Smells
пока
like
ты
wrapped in here.
ужин не сожрешь.
I bought some muffins to cover up the saltiness.
Монарх. Так, это у нас... Ага, да, это вот эти товарищи. А что у нас здесь? А, это его кабинет, видимо. Отчет по состоянию Стэллар-Бэй. С тех пор, как были сняты старые ограничения МСА и был принят ряд мер по улучшению условий труда, таких как предоставление больничных и отгулов, уменьшение длительности рабочих смен на 24,9% и увеличение числа продолжительных оценок на 52,3%, производительность труда неуклонно продолжает расти. Выход продукции рыбного завода вырос на 15,2% в течение года. Наблюдается тенденция к постепенному замедлению роста. Снижение прибыли по сравнению с предыдущими годами объясняется вероятнее всего ухудшением качества материалов и настроя сотрудников периодическими перебоями в поставках, а также потерей части персонала в связи с нападениями мародеров 7% и диких животных 10% и переходом на сторону иконоборцев 17%. Главной долгосрочной целью остается восстановление МСА в качестве члена коллегии, однако на данный момент наиболее актуален вопрос защиты города от внешних опасностей. Около 33 почти процентов годового бюджета всего города тратится на ремонт стен. Идеальным решением был бы приток хорошо подготовленной охраны и поставки вооружения, но с учетом вышеперечисленных факторов и их влияния на местных жителей, такой исход представляется маловероятным. Так, слоганы в работе. Все. Общественный такой терминал компании. Записи для изучения. Отчет выглядит прекрасно. Числа очень аккуратные, да и выделение последних показателей мне очень нравится. Одна маленькая поправочка. Можешь увеличить поля на 17%. Хочу, чтобы все у нас было единообразно для лучшей читаемости. Санжар. Ой, здрасте, я вас и не заметил. Кто вы? Администратор. Отто. Я тебя проверяю регулярно. Что-то ты засиделся. Можешь возьмешь пару дней отдыха, ты слишком долго сидишь за терминалом, Санжар. Это кто? Отто? Еще один администратор. Ладно, пошли. Пошли.
So, Vicar. Vicky. Can I
Вики.
call you Vicky?
Absolutely fucking not.
For a vicar, you sure curse an awful fucking lot.
Look who's talking.
I'm not a fucking priest.
And thank the architect for that.
Вообще викарий, по-моему, самый нормальный. Остальные все какие-то отбитые.
You're back. Good news? Bad news?
У меня плохих не
All
бывает.
of the above?
Алло.
Says someone who's never had any fun.
28 тысяч.
Exactly. See? I'm glad someone on your crew's got some sense.
Еще 14
Sensible.
400.
Got her head on straight.
Кофеноид.
Whew, that hits the spot. Right in the, oh, no, there it is. There it is. Yes. We're in business. Let's go.
That was fast. I gotta see about stocking some on the ship.
You be careful. The first one's free. After that, they'll offer you gainful employment.
Компания.
Great. Where to? Oh, Hiram? I ain't checked in on that man in an age. He's running the giant radio tower we lovingly call Devil's Peak. We'll be going south and west, mostly along the road till we're past Fallbrook. Out there, there's a western slope that'll lead us through some fun. You like hunting, right? That's fun. If you're more of a spelunker, Rotting River will take you into the mountain caverns. We can discuss options when we get closer. That said, 3's already a crowd. I don't mind waiting somewhere until you got a spot open.
Да нет, я, наверное, Элли отправлю.
As long as you've got my back, I'll have yours. Welcome to the unreliable crew.
Один за всех приз получен.
Stэлlar-Bэй had a vicar once. He took it upon himself to convince Graham's folk to come back to the corporate fold. Kept making the trip between the city and Amber Heights by foot. Kept getting himself into all sorts of scrapes. Day came when I found a book of his in the middle of a rapt encampment. Hand still gripping it, too.
The plan unfolds as the plan unfolds. To vicar and layman alike.
Хорошо, так. Давай прокачаем, знатно прокачаем науку. Так. Дальний бой, nope. Незаметность. Один, так, общение. Можно вот так. Что у меня еще 3, да? Вот так. Способности у меня есть. Угу. Никого нет. Скорость ходьбы 25%. Скорость бега. Критического удара напарника. Цены меня вообще не интересуют. Штраф с точности движения. При убийстве восстанавливается ХП. Как-то так. Так, давай Неоки прокачаем. У нее повышает ваш навык лжи, когда в отряде Неока. Давай. И уменьшает дистанцию, на которой слышны ваши шаги, когда в отряде Неока. Давай. И еще одна способность. Вот это. Урон животным 20%. Давай, ей. Она у нас специалист по тяжелому оружию и тесак трясучки, двуручная. Так, ручной пулемет. А вот тяжелого у меня, кстати, нет. Плазменный карабин. Но это длинностволки все. А ей нужно именно тяжелое оружие. Ручной пулемет. А у меня что-то там есть же, да? У меня... А, вот у меня поваренная книга анархиста. Все, понял. Ладно, пока тогда оставляем как есть все. У нее одежда, стеганая походная одежда, тихая гавань, 19. Давай вот это тебя прикинем еще. Так, и у меня еще по дневнику получается. Так, вот это. Вот, и вот это, домашние тайны. Пошли к Велме. Заодно у Велмы же надо, по-моему, там узнать касаемо... Что-то там, короче, у нее еще надо было узнать. У Велмы. А, касаемо доставки, да, плакатов. Она ж складом заведует, я так понимаю. Кто ты?
Look, I don't... Sorry.
Столовочка. Так, давай, пошли к Велме.
Hey, Velma, I got your caffeinoid pills.
You're a lifesaver. Hope Abigail didn't give you a hard time.
Just the usual. Any word on Braxton?
Nothing. Don't know how much longer I can cover for him either. Give me those pills, will you?
Here you go. You know, you might consider a real night's sleep instead.
Look, you can tell Catherine the new shipment will be ready when it's ready, all right? She's welcome to come up here and pack boxes herself if she's in such a hurry. Sorry. Seems I got my cables crossed. Thought you were another shakedown tough from Fallbrook. Hope you can forgive my temper. This job has been running me ragged lately. First, my autoloader foreman stages a walkout, and now my chief pescatological health manager is missing. This again? I swear, this is the last time I contract for any special requests. You can tell Grimm his poster came in. You can also tell him I got a better offer for it. So now it's going to Nell. That about cover it? No. I paid Sublight for it. So it's mine. And when Nell pays me for it, it'll be hers. Grimm may have asked for the poster, but it's not his until I take his money. She runs the betting parlor across the way. Nice professional lady. She asked me about the poster once. Just once. Made a real generous offer, too. Damn right it is. It's staying locked up in my office until Nell shows with her money. Sure can. If you want to pay me more than Nell's offering. I got a feeling you and Catherine would get on like tumors on a pig. Take the poster then. And if I never hear another word about it, it'll be too soon. Something else on your mind? That he's got his load on and I'm stuck covering his shift? That's... wow. I sure feel like an ass now. Yeah, I wouldn't wish that on Catherine herself. Still, it's good to know what happened to him. And that I ought to start looking for a replacement. Sublight boss out of Fallbrook. Handles most goods that come in or out of Stэлlar-Bэй. Has a mouth like a ground six spacer. Caleb Herrick runs the autoloader operators. He thinks I don't pay them enough for flipping switches and turning dials. He and his whole crew walked out. Say they won't come back unless I pay them more. Because we've got a budget, all right? And in case you haven't noticed, MSI doesn't exactly have a lot of spare bits on hand. Not on Monarch. Sanjar threw out the old work mandates and penalties. Sure, until your workers start making ridiculous demands. You mind slapping him around a little while you're at it? I'm joking. Mostly. Unless you can do it without hurting his job performance. If you can find a way to get him back to work, I'll make it worth your while. Check the yacht club. He's usually there.
Ладно. Через дорогу Кэтрин, да, говоришь? Да подожди ты со своим молчанием. Так. Вот сюда, да, Кэтрин. Не Кэтрин, а как она там? Нелл. Left field. Tossball betting. Левое поле. Так.
Ooh, you're the new face. Wow, you must be up on all the latest tossball games. So who do you follow? Wait, don't tell me. You look like a Hammersmith Thunder fan. No, Glacial H Mammoths. I'd heard they'd gotten a new hacker. Is that why everyone's making such a fuss about you? But what are you doing on Monarch? Ha! Maybe we're not so isolated as I thought. So, what can I do for you? Graham's always filling the airwaves with this propaganda, like it's done him any good. All it means is the tossball games get to us in fragments. Makes them real hard to watch.